So today I've got a performance and tutorial of a neat little transpo effect. I class this from beginner to intermediate because the trick itself is relatively simple, although there are a couple of sleights which a beginner might not be able to pull off particularly well. Nonetheless, let's get into the performance. So it's impromptu, meaning that I can give the cards a shuffle and a few cuts, just like this, before we have a card selected. Let's go with this one right over here, the 5 of hearts. So we'll take the 5 face down and we'll put it into the centre of the face up pack, just like this. So you can see there's one card face down in the centre. Now let's take another 5, a black 5 this time, so the 5 of spades in this case. Now I'll put it on the top because if you watch very, very closely the face of the 5 of spades, you can see that all it takes is a little shake before it changes immediately into the 5 of hearts. Now this 5 was meant to be in the centre, but that doesn't really matter. We'll put it face down on the table right over here. And if it's not in the centre of the pack, then let's take a look at which face down card is. So the face down card in the centre of the pack, which was the 5 of hearts, is in fact the 5 of hearts, which should be over here on the table. So over here on the table must be the other 5, the 5 of spades. As said in the performance, this effect is 100% impromptu, so you can hand out the pack to the spectator, ask them to shuffle it, and then they hand it back to you, and you have them select any card that they want, so long as it's not a joker, because this effect isn't quite as impressive with a joker as it might be with any other card. So let's say in this case the selection is the ace of clubs. You need to flip it face down on top, and here comes the first sleight. You want to make it look like you're flipping the pack face up as you take this top card like this, but what you're actually doing is taking the bottom card and leaving the selection face down on top. In order to do this, you take these 4 fingers, put them on the bottom of the pack, and you place your thumb just on top like this, but on the very edge of the card, just like so. As you flick your wrist downwards, your contact of these 4 fingers against the bottom card should allow you to release pressure and let the rest of the cards slide off just like this. Your thumb at the same time then slides down onto this bottom card and you let the pack flip over. You've now successfully switched out the selection, which is still on top of the pack, for a random card. You then take this card and say you'll put it somewhere into the centre of the face up pack. You square it up very, very fairly, just like that, and you spread through to show the one face down card. You need to remember the value and the colour of the original selection. So the ace of clubs you need to find a red ace for. So let's say it's the ace of hearts. You take it out, flip over the pack face down and put this card face up on top. You then need to grab a break beneath the top 2 cards, so you can either pinky count or you can push off the top 2 cards and pull them back to grab a break. Next you perform a pivot change. You place your thumb on the bottom right hand corner of this double and your middle finger on the top left. You lift off both of the cards from the pack, and as you shake your hand from side to side, your index finger pulls on the left long edge, rotating this card around, just like so. So as you shake, you pull on this double, just like this, flipping it round, and it looks as though the ace of hearts has changed into the ace of clubs. You put them on top, just like this, and you can cleanly show this card. You then need to grab another break, so you can push off again, just to grab another pinky break beneath the top card. You put this card face up on top, and now you need to make it look like you're flipping over this top card and putting it face down on the table. But what you're actually doing is inserting your fingers into the break, just like this, and as you flip your hand palm down in order to cover the move, your thumb goes onto the top left hand corner. You flip over as this right hand pulls away with this bottom card. So you flip over and you pull away just like this and put this other card on the table, just like that, face down. Now all of the cards should be face up other than this one card on top, the original selection, which sets you up perfectly for the next part of the trick. You then spread through the face up pack, being careful not to flash this face down card as I just did, and you find the card which is in the centre of the pack face down. You then do pretty much the same move as before. You take your fingers on the bottom and you put them onto this packet right here. This time you can't use your thumb because it probably won't be long enough to reach all the way over there. So what you need to do is simply use the motion of flicking your wrist down to let these cards slide off, and you can grab this card right here. Then you take it out and you act surprised as it's the card which was actually originally there, which should be over there on the table. Then you flip over this packet and display the card over here on the table isn't actually the ace of clubs, it is the ace of hearts. And you're left with a card face up on the bottom. If you wish, you can clean up by performing a half pass just like that, but you don't really need to. You can just walk away with the spectators stunned. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I will see you all again next time.